I'm at London Comic Con, the biggest Comic Con in Europe. It's going on behind me right now, and we are going to go and have a little look around to see what is what. Come on, let's have an explore. I am in here first thing on Sunday morning, and it's actually not too busy just yet. Having been to many, many Comic Cons over the year, can definitely recommend Sunday either first thing or last thing, or any point on Friday if you want to avoid the enormous amount of crowds. And we've done it again. Must not get a new obsession while I'm here though. How cool are these potions? Anna got some of these in Edinburgh a few years ago. In fact, it was the same place, Shambles of Bloke. But obviously they're now doing superhero themed ones, which is very cool. I am officially here to do my neurodiversity panel in a few hours, which means I need to find Sheepdog. There he is. In fact, forget Sheepdog, I found Lego. I was not expecting Lego to be here. Wowzers, that Lego was expensive. I mean, I understand Comic-Con prices, but that was bananas. We're not buying any of that. Although, as ever, I am tempted by Declan Rice's boot. I haven't done the show floor tour at the last couple of Comic-Cons I've been to because it was kind of getting all very samey, but I remember the last couple I did come to, I was very upset that the wrestling man didn't come anymore. The wrestling man's here. Look at all those lovely wrestling belts. Do we need a new wrestling belt to add to the collection? I mean, obviously the answer to that is no, but it doesn't stop me ogling them. What do we think the reaction will be if I turn up to my panel in Mankind's mask? I'm well aware I posted a video less than a week ago talking about how I've got no money, so you know as well as I do I'm not spending today. Doesn't mean I can't window shop. And of course, my self-inflicted no spend rule means I really shouldn't look at the Funko Pops because I still have another rule that contradicts it, that if we find any Pops called Kevin that I don't already have, I do have to buy them. And rules are rules, so I think it's probably for the best that I don't look. Because if I don't look, I can't accidentally find. There's an enormous tabletop gaming section there, spans all the way across there. It is not even 10:30 in the morning. There are a couple of people who've already got their game underway. I do love the idea of getting to Comic-Con early, sitting yourself down and just doing a full D&D campaign. It's been a while since I've done a Comic-Con vlog, but it is all coming back to me. And of course, one of the other things I've been hunting for in the wild for many years is a Giraffe plush. Someone did send me one from Japan a few years ago, so I do now have one. But that doesn't mean the hunt is over. One day we will find a wild one, but it doesn't seem like today is going to be that day. What do we think Anna will say if I just get home later today with a massive sword? Maybe if I get her one as well. These lights are really cool. If I didn't already have lots of multicolored lights in my office backdrop, I would be having a look. They've even got up here a few bits for the Trekkies, including the big grey circle. Right, I think this is the area I'm supposed to be at some point. The creator stage is over there. This is the creators' car boot sale area, which I'm not involved in. But we'll just go and see Rach, who's doing my panel with me shortly. You should go and check out her bits and pieces. You should definitely check out her website. I'll link to it down below. She has a blog and all sorts of social media stuff. But one thing she does that's really cool is ADHD flashcards, which you should definitely check out. She had some for sale on her stall. But I guess you're not here, so you can't buy any. Whatnot are here. If I hang around here long enough, do you think they might sponsor me? And then if we come over here, we're just checking that I am on the menu for the creator stage, because last year I ended up in the wrong place. So let's just have a little look. There we are. Only 50 minutes. I thought we were getting an hour. If it seems rushed, that's why. Lots and lots of collectibles and various other paraphernalia on this bit. We're heading this way. There you go. If going home with a sword wouldn't be bananas enough, I could buy a dart gun. I mean, I've mentioned a few times I'm slowly turning into a doomsday prepper by mistake. I think I am still at least 3 months away from dart gun territory, having sold almost my entire Pokemon card collection over the last year or so. This is a dangerous place for me to be because there is a Pokemon card shaped hole in my storage unit. When I mentioned the other day that I had a storage unit full of collections that I need to start selling, a few people said, Kev, do some content on it. This is basically what it looks like. So yeah, that gives you a little bit of context about what we're dealing with. Except about 3/4 of mine have been taken out of their boxes because, as we learned from Toy Story, if you keep a toy in its box, it does turn evil. You can get your own Star Trek glow stick over here, which is super duper. Whole drawing and origami area behind me, plus a place to sit on bean bags and listen to whatever that music is. And also lots and lots of places to fill your face. That was only one of the 2 halls that are here. We're heading across the way and we're going to check out the other hall, which is conveniently directly opposite. I mentioned before how excited I was to see the return of the wrestling guy to Comic Con. Believe it or not, one of the other things that's been missing from like the last 3 or 4 I've come to has been actual comics. But it looks like the comics are back, boys and girls. This might be a proper Comic Con again. I stopped coming to the full weekend. I came back to the first couple after lockdown and they were rubbish and they didn't stop being rubbish. So I started just turning up to do my panel. But this actually seems like Comic Con again. We might be back for the weekend in October. So I've got down to the far end of this hall. This also has a big food and drink area. And then this section in front of me here is Artists Alley, which, as the name implies, is where the artists hang out there. Those are people who are far too cool for me to hang out with. And then we've got various stages and bits and bobs. I think the meet and greet areas are in here as well. I haven't even looked at who's here for the meet and greet, but as you can see, quite a large artist alley where you can get stuff commissioned as well as buying the work that they brought along with them as well. So some quite cool stuff. I would say, after my tip before about coming on Sunday, it's not as busy. If you come on Sunday, you might struggle to get stuff commissioned because it probably all got filled up on Friday, but it's always worth a try. Artist Alley continues over this side as well. This is enormous. I've never seen such a big Artist Alley. It's huge. And there he is, look. He wasn't dressed as the Stay Puft guy before. He's using his online alter ego and hasn't even noticed that I'm here. Disgraceful. I might just walk off and then we'll know if he watched the vlog, if he knows if he was in it. That's Sheepdog, everybody. He's doing the panel with me in a little while. As is Bex, whose stall that was, but she's not there. But yeah, let's see if Sheepdog ever finds out that he was in the video. Nobody tell him. This is the real test of if comic books are back, because the last time I was here, Travelling Man, who are a massive comic book shop from up north, only had manga. Have they brought any comic books with them this time? They're in the bargain bin, they're on sale. Have we got any full price comic books, or are they just stock clearing? Lots and lots and lots of manga. I mean, it even says comics and games on their sign. Here's the games. We've got more bargain buckets of comic books, which, I mean, is more than that was here last time. We've got more board games here. I don't think we're going to see actual comic books actually on display, though, which is very sad. Oh, Persona. I think I have all of those. I'm part of the problem. Yeah, they haven't got any normal full-price comic books. I would love to say maybe next time, but in actual fact, I just don't think they sell anymore, because this event isn't really for fat old beardy guys who like Batman anymore. Oh, it's so sad. I'm nearly 30. Surely they're going to have some comics, right? Although, that's their big offer. How do you get in? I see Pokemon stuff. They've got actual books at the back there. And Dungeons and Dragons paraphernalia. And lots of Lilo and Stitch stuff. It's like being at Disneyland. This guy's taking over. Although, they are very, very fluffy. Very soft. But, no comic books. Barbie's over here, though. So we've got a big Mattel section, I wonder if they've brought their new renamed Mega Blocks, Mattel Brick, whatever it's called, where they're doing like the Hot Wheels, Lego style stuff. Oh, there is Hot Wheels stuff over there. We're going to go and have a look. We're going for a rummage. Is it just Hot Wheels or is it the Hot Wheels brick built stuff? It is just ordinary Hot Wheels, I think. Ooh, Masters of the Universe is here though. They do have some IPs that I am very keen on, but no, it doesn't look like the brick shop is enough of a big deal for it to be here. Disney have got something going on. There was also a Disney Lorcana thing over there. There's trading cards happening over there. But I've spotted a big sign that says Funko. eBay are here as well. Tempted to go and ask them why none of my stuff gets views anymore unless I send them there from off platform. T-Turtle is cool. Anna's bought a lot of t-shirts from them in the past. And as you can see, as I wander around, it is getting busier in here. It's approaching 11 o'clock and we are starting to get closer to brushing shoulders with people as we walk past them territory, which is usually my cue to get off the show floor. The big Funko thing wasn't Funko themselves, it's just a company selling Funkos. So we're not going to go in there and have a look. It means there won't be any show exclusives. So we don't need to go in and get involved. There haven't been show exclusive Funkos for a long time. Oh, not tubs. I love these things. We bought these in Amsterdam years ago, and since then they have kind of ended up everywhere. And they do have some really cool IPs. I already have quite a few of them. I've already got a Batman. I've already got Kevin the Minion. But have they got any new stuff that I wasn't aware of? Because they are great. Anna's already got several Fallout ones. Oh, they've got, I want a Creeper Duck. That's great. Sonic the Hedgehog, I've already got Sonic as well. And there's my Minions. I already have a big version of Kevin, which doesn't look like, they've got turtles as well. I don't know why rubber ducks please me so much, but our bathroom cabinet on top of that is just covered with rubber ducks and these little collectible fugglies. I just get my collectibles everywhere. My house is covered in them. Comic-Con wouldn't be Comic-Con without the sports almanac and a Death Note notebook. And I imagine they still sell loads of it every single time they're here. There's a whole big Lilo and Stitch area here, including a photo opportunity on a deck chair with Stitch. I mean, I've got a Stitch that size at home. We got him from Disneyland. But they have another little Lilo and Stitch area down here. I mean, I say Lilo and Stitch, you never see Lilo anywhere, do you? I don't think Lilo's the breakout star of this one. Sylvanian families are over here. Right, if we're at the point where even Sylvanian families have got a stand, where on earth are Lego? The biggest toy company in the world. I want to come to these events and see upcoming Bricklink designer program sets like we did at Bricktastic in Manchester. Get Lego to Comic-Con. That's my new campaign, my new hashtag. Get Lego to Comic-Con. I'm in the Bandai Namco area, which I've walked into because it looked really busy. Oh, it's because they've got the vending machines. Must not spend any money, need to get away from them. Luckily, there's nothing in them that I'm particularly interested in. They've got Tamagotchis over here. Oh, there's loads more of the vending machines. They're all over the place. And then we've got Tamagotchis. So many fun toys. Loads of One Piece stuff over there. Oh, so many goodies. So this is the autograph and photo opportunity section, which doesn't look like it's fully up and running yet. There's no names I recognise on the menu. We'll head down a little bit. It looks a little bit busier down this way. We're going to see if we can find anyone I've heard of. As a man who doesn't watch movies or TV, though, that is a long shot. So, not knowing who any of them are so far. Looks like a lot of them are voice artists from anime stuff, which is why I really won't have a clue. But whoever this is over here has quite a large queue. Whoever Blake Roman is, or Randy Rodgel, no idea. Ah, Roosevelt's shirts are here. I would have been wearing one of their shirts today, but I made the mistake of ironing it last night and it just melted. Don't iron them. They're made of spandex. But I ruined my one nice shirt. The collar just melted off it instantly, and it ruined our iron. So that was nice, but their shirts are cool. If they got one I can grab and change into. I don't think there's anything that screams out to me. That Toy Story one's quite cool. They have a load of licensed stuff on their website, but it looks like they've got like 3 shirts here. So that's going to save me a few quid. This brings back memories of when Pabby used to leave the north and come to these events, and he'd always buy something from the Tintin guy. I, on the other hand, am not a Tintin guy. Don't buy convention mystery boxes, they're full of tat. The irony of the only presence of a major comic company, DC, being here to sponsor the kids' play area that nobody's in. If they'd have brought a few comics with them, aha, I said I wasn't going to spend today, but Anna does like Socktopus socks, so we might have to see if we can find Anna some socks. None with sharks on, and although they did have dogs, none with Dave on, so I think I even get to save myself a few pennies there as well. Right, we've looped back round to Artist Alley. I'm now going to go and say hello to Sheepdog as if I hadn't already seen him, because our panel is in less than an hour and I should probably start assembling the team. Found him, did have to knock on the door to get him to look up. I assume he was playing Pokemon Go. It's all he ever does when he's in my videos. Right, I need coffee and I need to prep for the panel because I need to get some questions ready because I'm moderating. And I've done no prep. Panel complete, all went very, very well. My voice is now ruined. We had a lot of chats with people afterwards as well. Standing room only, as usual. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And now I need to go and find somewhere to have my lunch. I think I've already given you the full tour of the whole place, so I think I'm going to spend the afternoon having a little bit of a slower mooch around and maybe making a couple of TikToks. If I find anything else super interesting, I'll show you. But I think that is probably it for this year's Comic Con vlog. I say this year, I haven't done one for years, I don't think. Did I do one last year? I don't remember. But if you have enjoyed this video, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for more me setting up my desk content. That'll be back on Friday. But I figured I'm here. I'm not going to have time to record a video any other way. So let's go old school. Let's do a walking and talking vlog. And thank you very much for watching.